Do you guys see that number on the charts here, guys, on SoFi stock? Let me zoom in. Maybe you can see it now. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Do you guys see that right here? $9.99. Yep, you heard that right. $9.99. We almost hit $10 per share earlier today, and now we have pulled back a little bit. All right, we're at $9.72, but we're still up 0.7%, up 6 cents on the day so far on SoFi stock, and we are breaking out in the very short term. We have a lot to break down in this video, guys. The charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do. So if y'all find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And of course, you might as well follow me on X at Stas Talk Stocks, link down below. And you might as well also get your free stocks from Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Use that link down below, or just go to stassurfest.com/Moomoo. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So it's about 12:15 p.m. right now on the East Coast, and we have SoFi up a good amount, 0.7%, as well as the entire stock market. That's doing pretty well as well. We have the Russell up 0.4, or actually 1.4%. The S&P's up about 0.3. The Nasdaq's up about 0.25%. As the Dow Jones is up almost 0.5%, and we have the VIX down around 1%. Let me see what the metals are doing here, guys. Silver's up 1%. Gold's up around 0.75%. So overall, it's a green day across the board today. Volatility's dying down even more, which, guys, volatility has been dying down. And again, we have SoFi now almost at $10 per share. So you guys probably remember the ascending triangle we called out yesterday, right? You guys probably remember if you saw my video yesterday, and if you didn't see the video, what the heck are you doing, guys? Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the content here on the channel. You guys can see here on the 5-day 5-minute, the ascending triangle we called out yesterday ended up playing out. You guys can see we were in this triangle where we had higher lows being made over the past couple of days, and we had resistance at about 975 to about 970, that general area. So you guys can see this morning, today, when I'm making this video, like I said, we hit almost $10, which means we took out the highs from the last couple of days. 1, 2, 3 trading days where, again, we were in that triangle. So the fact that we broke out of 975 today, we almost hit $10. That goes to show the triangle is starting to play out here on SoFi stock. And since that point, if I pull up the intraday chart, since the point where we hit $10, pretty much, right, $9.99 to be exact, we've pulled back a little bit, so we are down to about 970, 975 right now, so we are down 2.7% from that peak of the day, but still, guys, we're maintaining an uptrend, and this spot that we've pulled back to is super important for the bulls, considering, again, going back to that 5-day 5-minute, we broke out of 975, which the ascending triangle, again, is starting to play out. Now we're pulling back a bit, and we're retesting that 975 as support, 970, 975, which this is a very critical pullback for the bulls. This spot needs to hold for the bulls in the short term. Now, if we do see something like this, where we dump off into close or into the second half of the day today, which, we're pretty much halfway through the day, so we still have a couple more hours of trading. If we do dump under the 180 SMA here on the 5-day 5-minute, under 970, 975, that would not be good for the bulls in the very short term. That means, hey, we could be going down towards 930, 925, lower nines, totally possible. But as of now, we're starting to get consolidation at 970, 975, right by the 180 SMA here on the 5-day 5-minute chart, right by the highs from the last couple of days. The way it's looking right now, guys, is a pretty good sign overall for the bulls, and we'll see if it does hold. And the ideal thing here, guys, for the bulls in the short term would be, obviously, we bounce off 975, we start breaking out again, heading into close or heading into the second half of the day, and it'd be super ideal for the bulls to get towards 995 again, $10, or 999, shall I say, and break over $10, maybe even today. That would be ideal for the bulls in the short term. So SoFi is looking pretty good. Again, that ascending triangle we called out is playing out. And here on the 20-day chart, you guys can see it even more, even better. There we go. Now it looks like we are above. Well, we have been above the 50 and the 180 SMAs, but it looks like we're bouncing off of it yet again, which is good on the 1-hour chart. And on the 4-hour chart, let me zoom in and show you guys this, which you all probably remember. I covered this before, but a quick refresher here. You all know the downwards channel that SoFi was in, keyword is was, no longer in it, guys. We're no longer in that point, or in that channel, but we were. Since that point, we broke out over the past couple of days. All right, now we're super stretched above the moving averages, which you could argue that SoFi is a little bit overbought right now. We're not going to get into that in this video, but we're above the moving averages. We have a golden cross, and the fact that that ascending triangle is playing out on the smaller time frames shows me, even though we're overbought here, pretty much, decently overbought on the 4-hour chart, it shows me that there could be more upside. The bulls want even more, as again, that ascending triangle is starting to play out. So we're looking at this time frame, and we're looking at where the stock was back in June. It was at about what, 1025 in the middle of June. That's where we peaked out at. That is the next main resistance in the very short term. And if that were to break 1025, guys, we could be going straight to the highs. Well, maybe not straight to the highs. Of course, there'll be pullbacks, volatility, consolidation, of course. But in my opinion, man, if we do break that 1025 mark, momentum could take us towards the highs from August, July, where we hit about 1150, 1170. That is totally in the cards in the short term, in my opinion. Now, will it happen before we get a pullback? Will we run straight to that point? I have no idea. But either way, I'm long SoFi. You guys know that. I'm in it under $7 per share. I'm up, I think, 45%. I checked my accounts earlier today. Now I'm up over 45%, right in that ballpark in a very short amount of time, which is awesome. And yeah, we'll see if that continues. Again, at this point, anything could happen with SoFi in the short term, but either way, I'm long. And like I said, man, the bulls are fighting on the 5-day. Looks like they want more upside. We'll see how it closes over the next couple of hours. But as of now, at about 12:30, you're watching this video at 1:30 or 2 p.m. on the East Coast. As of now, it's looking pretty good for the bulls, and we'll see how it closes, or how we play out over the next couple of hours. And maybe I'll do another update on SoFi tonight. Probably not. I'll probably just do it tomorrow, but maybe tonight, if we get some crazy action, I'll do another update. But as of now, that's what it's looking like, up around 0.5%, trying to figure out what it's going to do at 970, 975. That's a very critical spot. So yeah, that's a breakdown here on SoFi stock, guys. And let me quickly go over here to the indexes. We have SPY up around 0.4%, which SPY's also breaking out. You guys can see, well, I mean, it's been breaking out. I mean, it's obviously been breaking out over the past couple of weeks. But on the 5-day, 5-minute, you guys can see we're taking out the highs from the last couple of days. And on the 10-day chart, you guys can see it even better. This triangle we called out on SPY is also playing out. If I draw it here and show you guys, let me redraw it and show you guys. Boom, that ascending triangle is playing out. We're taking out the highs. We're at a fresh multi-month high now, 475-ish, 474. And Triple Q's doing pretty much the same thing, right? We hit 408.94 today, which, wait a second, is that the all-time high? Wait a second, guys. It sure is. Look at that. Triple Q just hit, as of today, an all-time high, which you guys probably remember. The all-time high previously, last time we hit it was back in 2021, back in November, which at this point was pretty much 2 years ago. So it took us 2 years to get to all-time highs again. And what's going to happen now? That's the million-dollar question. Do we rip past 408, 410 and start going 415, 420? Do we get the next leg up here, or do we get rejected and consolidate a bit heading into 2024? It's a toss-up at this point. Goldman Sachs, obviously, we talked about this yesterday. They're pretty bullish heading into the new year. They think the S&P is going to hit 5,100 at one point, which implies, by the end of the year, which implies more than 7-8% more upside, from where we are right now. And I'm assuming if they think the S&P is going to hit an all-time high, or 5,100 points, they think the NASDAQ's also going to run as well. Obviously, a lot of the top NASDAQ stocks are the top S&P stocks. I mean, they're all the same pretty much. So, yeah, I'm assuming if the S&P, if Goldman thinks they're going to go to, it's going to go to 5,100, they think Triple Q's also going to do fairly well as well. But overall, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. All-time highs on the NASDAQ. SoFi's fighting at 970, 975. We'll see what it does at that point. And the Dow Jones, you guys know, has already been at all-time highs now for a couple of days. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. It's free. You might as well follow me on X as well at Stocks Talk Stocks. That's also free. And guys, don't forget to check out my Patreon if you want to be a part of the private portfolio. See all the moves I'm making in there every single week, sometimes multiple times per week. We're doing updates on that portfolio, and there's also charts, Discord access, all that good stuff on Patreon. Link down below, and you might as well get your free stocks from Moo while you're at it. Up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Fund your account with at least $100. You get 5 stocks, and fund your account with at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. So get on it, guys. Join the Patreon, get your stocks, link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.